this. Forgot to change the title of my stream, so I'm gonna have to do that real quick. Edit stream info. That's about the laziest stream title ever. Alright, so I'm just checking to make sure my audio and all that's not too loud. Okay, everything sounds good. So, prop the phone up right here, like so. And I'm just gonna get on with it. So, what was I doing last time? Journal. I'm also going to go ahead and turn off the emote only setting. There we go. Secondary. Ancient Elven constructs, meaning they be somewhere in Sundermouth. But such beasts are unlikely to simply be stumbled upon. Okay, I still didn't finish that. Destroy tomes of dark magic hidden around Kirkwall. Let's go ahead, since we're still in Darktown, let's go ahead and speak with Anders. Since we're still here.
What are you doing?
Putting out milk. I miss having a cat around. But I think the refugees have scared them all off. Or maybe eaten them. You know, I've been meaning to thank you. You don't need to stick your neck out for the mages here. But you have. You let those apostates from Starkhaven start over. Maybe they can be an example for the world.
Mages cannot be treated as guilty just by association.
I can't tell you how reassuring that is. Sometimes, you're the only reason I don't think I'm crazy. When you still believed in me after I almost killed that poor girl.
That's what friends do.
I knew you meant it. You wouldn't say it just to make me feel better. You make me think I can really do this. Lead a revolution.
Why do none of my friends ever just want to be the best wallet player in Lowtown?
With the great Hawk deigned to associate with the best wallet player in Lowtown. Seriously, though, I couldn't do this without your support.
Humor to break the awkward tension.
Hold on to this spirit of vengeance inside me. But I know you won't let me lose myself to him.
I'll try not to. Okay, so now I need to go talk to Evelyn. Or Evelyn? Evelyn? My god, friend.
Turn up your purses, Kirkwall. The lease is at your
So I need to go daytime, go up here, and start the long road process.
That corner looks dusty. Embarrassing.
Yeah, there's the evil tome of forbidden knowledge in this room. We shall go attend to it. Evil tome.
Nothing like the smell of fresh ink. So
There it is. You have found one of the books. Destroy. You destroyed the book.
Listen up!
There we go.
How about you?
Enough. That's how I forgotten. Okay. That's done. I'm gonna take a look around real quick because I haven't been all the way back here. I don't know. Maybe there's like secrets. No secrets. It's just a big empty room. I have a feeling this room is going to be very important later.
Nothing like the smell of fresh ink. So invigorating.
Okay, so now we need to go find Evelyn. She should be down.
That corner looks
this
dusty.
way.
How embarrassing.
Hawk, I need a favor that I can only trust to you.
Oh.
Oh, this should be good.
It should be a small matter, but I worry. I need you to give something to Guardsman Donnick, here in the barracks. No questions, and he is not to know it's from me.
Alright, sure.
If that's all you need, I'll walk the 100 feet to him.
Thank you, and please hurry back with his reaction. I appreciate this, Hawk, I really do.
Weird. Dost thou have an ancient nude pic that you want me to give to this Guardsman? I mean, it's a legitimate question.
Guardsman Donnick.
Sir Hawk, it's been some time. You're here in Hightown now, right? I think the captain mentioned it. I see your uncle now and then on my patrols, but we don't talk.
I have it on good authority that you are going to enjoy this.
Am I now? It's a copper relief of marigolds? Ah, and it helpfully says so. Marigolds. Well, how crafty. Is there a meaning to this that I should know?
Just keep it. I'm sure it's more than it seems.
It would have to be. Right. I'm sure we both have things to do, of varying import. Sir Hawk.
Is there some reason Evelyn just made us look like idiots?
I hope so.
You're back. Of course you are. You're efficient, get things done, good or ill. So, how did Donnick react?
To your garbage, you mean?
I thought it was clear. Metal is strong, copper ages well, flowers are soft.
Oh.
I've clearly gone about this the wrong way. Don't talk to him again. Just take this, the patrols for next week. Post it to the roster and just listen.
All right. Posting the roster just over there.
I need to know exactly how he reacts. That's key. Thank you.
Too many hits to the head. Or not enough.
Hey, Donnick! Whose pucker have you been greasing to get Hightown?
What? You're daft. I'm working dockside on those smugglers.
Says here you're guarding the square. Always been a make-work job, that one. You someone's pet?
Check your eyes. It's a mistake.
Says the pet.
You have got to be kidding me. What did I do to get that post?
Donnick thinks I'm punishing him. But Hightown is a safe patrol, a reward.
You wanted his reaction.
All right. I can fix this. I need 3 goats and a sheaf of wheat. You'll take them to his mother.
She's trying to court him.
It's a dowry tradition.
I have forgotten.
Maybe
this
it will
game
smooth the
and
process.
How ridiculous some
Hold
of
a
these things
moment.
are.
You're sweet on the boy.
So help me, whore. I will break you.
Oh, this is glorious. All this flailing is her idea of courtship.
How exactly did you think this mess would work?
I don't know what I thought. I've been focused on being captain for so long, that's all I know.
I'm confused. Wasn't Lady Manhands married already?
That was a long time ago. It was easier, or seemed to be.
I can drag him in here right now. Just say the word.
Oh, and how would that look? The captain ordering her guardsmen to... It wouldn't help.
So go out. Get him drunk. Shame is a great equalizer.
What? Just go out somewhere? Like it's that easy?
What? Too simple?
Tell Donnic, invite him to the Hanged Man. Don't tell him about me. Make something up. It's a surprise, or just you, or a group, anything to get him there. He's not like the others. I don't want him to think he's meeting the captain.
Indeed it is, Geralt. Guardsman Donnic! How are you?
Good, I suppose.
Doesn't matter. Free for an evening?
I have no immediate patrols. Why?
A night at the Hanged Man for all the guard. You'll come? Of course you'll come.
Should I have heard of this? Very well, Sir Hawk. I guess I'll be there. Never good to be the last to hear of these things.
Alright. I did as you asked, lady. So now I just go to the Hanged Man, I guess. Let's go watch someone muck about. Maybe I'm supposed to be here at night? Yes, okay. Came here at the wrong time! I'm early!
There were supposed to be others coming, right?
Plans change, apparently.
Right. Look, I should really,
What? No. Sit. Drink. Another round?
make a yes.
Oh, Evelyn, you little turd. Heh. Yeah. That was awkward.
So, Evelyn is great.
Look, if this was all an attempt to get closer to me through the captain, you're just not my type. All this playing shy business. I like a little backbone. I have to go. Thanks for the drinks.
I couldn't do it. What did he say?
He thinks I'm interested in him.
I'm an idiot.
Admitting it is a good step. Where are you heading next?
The barracks, for Eldon, the deepest hole I can find.
You've never been the hiding type.
I know, all right, but I freeze up. The only place I'm not a mess is on patrol. And killing highwaymen doesn't afford much opportunity for banter.
Here come the excuses.
I will not risk.
That's the problem. Risk, or so help me, I will bed the man myself.
Then I'll clear the way and you'll talk to Donnic.
Putting you in danger just makes it worse.
You made it my problem. I'm fixing it.
Yep.
Very well, Hawk. You pushed. You clear the route up the wounded
You want
coast,
pretty
and
boy
I
Donick? I will.
will live to regret
shed the
this, I'm
blood.
sure.
And that is my alarm for my medication. So give me 1 second.
You've been nursing that empty mug for hours. Get another drink or get
All right.
out.
Be off with you. I'll do what I please.
I don't know why this chick is standing here with blood around her, but that's none of my business right now. What was that? Oh, Twitch drops are not alive. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the Wounded Coast, get Evelyn all situated. Okay, I think I can get to where I need to get to going up this way. Okay.
I don't like the looks of this.
Clearing the way. I really hate the sound of the puppies.
If we kill them, we get their stuff. You're mine.
Really?
One less to worry about.
How did I die?
I'll make you cry for your mother. Oh, clumsy.
I think that's enough of that.
I was not paying attention and I died. Alright, one signal flare is lit.
So this route's pretty quiet?
Yes, and it's a real nice night for an evening.
As you say, Captain.
Yes, as I say.
Having problems.
Make her she's bad at this.
Oh, Jesus. How did you, manage to get your paws on Wesley? Just, I'm asking, 'cause it is odd that... What the heck is going on with my phone?
Need to get closer.
Weird.
Better luck in the next flight.
You fool! Fight!
How about you?
Alright, any of these guys glowing?
too
No,
easy.
they're not.
All set.
Need to disable the traps, take a quick looky-loo around, make sure there isn't anything to collect. Okay. Let's go.
Watch your step. That should do it.
I almost stepped in that.
If it isn't done right, the blade can be too soft. Quenching the steel is a vital step that can make or break a sword.
Right.
A blade for every purpose. What do you think about blades?
I'm sorry, Captain. I drifted off a bit.
Right, of course.
Painful.
Yes. Yes, it is. It is very painful to watch. A dank cave, you don't say. I think I've already been in there. Next.
Trap! It's too far!
And I just stepped in it.
This one will fetch a handsome price.
You wouldn't expect Evelyn to be so bad at flirting.
Now you fall!
I could beat you in my sleep.
Out of range! Try to leave the pretty ones alive!
Really, more slavers? Stab in the back. Alright. Hey, took an arrow to the knee. Overused game joke.
Well, guardsman, good patrol. I think we're done, and Hawk, what a surprise. What are you doing here?
Covered in blood, you
Evelyn.
know.
Hawk, don't.
We don't have all night, you know.
Would someone please tell me what's going on?
You're a daft couple of... Oh, take a hint and bend her over a basin, will you?
Captain? I should get back to the barracks.
I thought we were friends.
Friends sometimes push.
I have to fix this. He'll file a complaint, ask for a transfer. You're coming to the barracks to explain why you put him on the spot. Double time, Hawk, or so help me.
I am not one of your, you can't boss me around. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get back to the barracks. Alright. I'm still not sure what to do about that one quest, but I'll figure it out.
Maker. Where is Donick? I have to head this off before it goes to the Viscount. Maybe a formal apology. Something that shows the guards they can still trust me.
Try the copper marigolds again. In hindsight, they weren't the worst option.
It's not funny.
I beg to differ.
You'll beg for more than that if you keep this up.
My apologies, Sirrah Hawk, but I need a moment with the captain.
Guardsman Donick.
Please.
Okay. I will just stand here awkwardly. And wait. Yeah, let's walk away from the door.
A fine day, isn't it, Joe?
Evelyn.
Guardsman Donick did not file a complaint. This was all incredibly stupid, and you made it wonderful.
You finally mastered the obvious. I'll take your word on the second part.
You'll get the chance. I was mute and now I want to sing.
Please don't.
There's no way I can ever repay you. Perhaps it's simple. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now don't send me on another hopeless
Hey,
romantic trip.
Can I ask you something? Was there a moment when you thought I was beyond help?
Never?
Not for a second.
You don't lie very well.
As far as you know.
Shout when you need me, Hawk. I'll always be here for you. Just knock first.
Why don't you hang ye old sock on the doorknob, eh?
It's a fine suit.
The finest.
Break it down, distribute it.
The Viscount requires parade armor for his inspections.
Then stuff it and mount it where he can see it. I wear the uniform of the Guard.
His Excellency will not be pleased.
His Excellency can mount it.
Good morning, Zombie Kitty. How are you doing
Trouble,
today?
Hawk?
You say that like you
my elbow.
expected.
You don't know the half of
that
it.
did not feel good.
And why don't you, by the way? Why aren't you tail deep in the problems of this city? Sure, you do good, but petition a title, take a job. The Guard is always looking.
You're a captain, not me.
Don't blame me for not being you.
I do not.
I'd make a poor guard.
I like being
Well, we
myself.
agree on that. I don't
Just
really see you
chaos.
taking my orders.
Causing chaos.
Besides, you won't catch me saying you don't have an effect. You've certainly had one on Hightown.
But
Maybe it's time to get serious, before the option isn't your own.
you don't want me as sour and dour as you. You need a counterpoint.
I don't think I've asked to be made the butt of your jokes.
Donick.
Okay, sometimes I have asked for it. I do wish there was more time for levity. It comes so easy to you. Maybe a little too easy. That's all I'm saying.
My life is not easy. I've lost my brother and my sister. And I'm running around cleaning up everybody else's messes. You think my life is easy? It's not. Alright, let's check our game journal to see the demand of the coon. Side quest. Okay, so the only thing I haven't finished is this, Verital's heart. I am not sure how to get that, but we're gonna go ahead and take another trip to Sundermount and see if maybe I can find it. I'm just trying to kind of get all of the side quests and stuff done before I go completing the main campaign of the story. I don't even know what a Veritas is. Is it a drake? Is it a spider? Is it some sort of weird hybrid amalgamation?
I've got some of it written down now.
Give it here. Her breast strained against a leather jerkin like two wild stallions corralled against their will. She pounced, the smooth moves of a jungle cat, and locked her thighs around Donnick's waist. He
Maybe you should read the rest of it in private.
I think that's best.
Yeah, just, you know, maybe. I have no clue what I'm looking for. Like, I don't know what creature I'm supposed to be finding. I feel like maybe this cave is supposed to be part of it. I've gone all the way up the mountain and back down several times. He's not in the cave over here. Alright, we'll just come back to this. Let's go ahead and visit some of our friends before we go any further. Let's see, can we talk to Fenris? Is Fenris... Does he wish to conversate? He does not. Alright. Let's go back to my house. Maybe somebody will be visiting me there.
You've had luck on your travels? Nothing new to report, I'm afraid.
Water potions. I don't need that.
Are you really getting involved with those Canary?
Okay.
Be careful. They don't think like us.
So there's nobody in my house to talk to. Okay. Let's go ahead and take Fenris with us. I guess we're gonna go talk to the Viscount about the black powder courtesy.
Good day to you, Sirrah.
I can unlock this chest now.
Done.
I don't know what I just got, but I got something. Viscount!
Years of nice, quiet anxiety. Gone. Along with a whole street.
An accident on purpose.
That crown
more
looks
or less.
uncomfortable.
Right. A mad elf pushed by zealots, likely hidden in the very groups I have to appease. The Maker has a grand sense of humor. And the Arishok. I suspected he had no plans to leave. I didn't know it was just as annoying for him.
Keep the worst of them off his back, and it'll be all right.
But that is the problem. It has already escalated, despite your efforts. A shame.
Do I want to hear what happened?
A Qunari delegate and entourage paid me a visit. It was civil, tentative, hopeful. They left my chambers with precision, but were not reported by the outer guard. They are missing almost literally from my doorstep. What do you imagine will be the Arishok's reaction?
We need to get out in front of this, and fast.
Yes.
I feel I've been trying to turn a stampede for some time now. Someone is pushing very hard. Speak with Seneschal Bran. Then you will see why I cannot trust anyone else with this. I don't know who would benefit from fighting the Qunari, but it will cost all of us.
Okay,
You have information about the missing Qunari?
I am to help you, yes. Viscount Dumas would appreciate discretion in this matter. I would prefer that you were not involved at all, but that is neither here nor there.
So where would you start, if you were the starting type?
I would begin with the most obvious failure. It's clear the city guard has no excuse for allowing this, unless they were involved. Not coincidentally, a number of recent recruits have failed to report. You should start with one of them. Although where you find a swordsman so eager to sell his honor and duty, I'm sure I don't know.
The Hanged Man.
Hangman.
Obvious one, that. Right. Then you know what to look for.
I love
I
how
can't
all three of
imagine
them are
this has
just
occurred
like,
without notice.
this is where we
There
need
is
to
always
go.
a weak link. Please keep this quiet. The
Okay.
Viscount is
Please
under
keep
enough
it quiet,
scrutiny
sirrah.
as it is.
The Viscount mustn't be disturbed.
Good day, Sirrah.
Alright, so let's go ahead and level up Fenris. He is almost at a top rivalry, which is upsetting. But, we will, get that hopefully taken care of. Alright, so let's go Meryl. Okay, I will go talk to Meryl here in a minute. Let's go ahead and get, because I'm curious about this sudden appearance of a quest for Meryl. And I don't want to bring Fenris with me.
I've got something to show you. Come and see. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Something seems off about your mirror. Shouldn't it reflect the room?
No. It's not that sort of mirror. I've spent the last few years restoring this. One of my clan found it in the Brazilian forest, we think. Poor Tamlin. We never found him. Just the shattered pieces of the alluvion.
I'm sure you wouldn't show something this dangerous to just anyone.
It's not dangerous, I promise. I fixed it, or tried to.
So,
with blood magic. The
for
mirror
those of
won't
you
hurt
who
anyone.
haven't,
But it doesn't work.
I've
tried
played all the
everything, and I think it's because it needs to be
variations of
finished
the
with a
different
special
classes
tool
for the first Dragon Age.
and a rule in home.
This is
And my
in
clan has one.
the first one for
It's been in their hands
the
for
Dalish
generations.
elves when you start off as a Dalish.
But you're afraid to face Keeper Marathari again.
Exactly. You have no idea, the Keeper. I can't talk to her. We fight or talk circles around each other. She has a disappointed frown that turns your bones to jelly. Please, help me. You will, won't you?
I'll go with you.
Maceranus, I'll find some way to repay you, I promise.
Okay. Yeah, I think my, third playthrough of this, I started a had a relationship with Meryl. Really wish I knew where that critter was that I'm supposed to be finding up here, but you know, such is life. Maybe there's like a trigger or something that I missed. We'll see. Hello.
Keeper, you return to us, darling. Have you reconsidered this path at last?
Go on. I'm with you.
Thank you, Hawk. Keeper, I need the Arulinholm, the ancient carving blade that Master Island keeps.
I see. You wish to rebuild the alluvion.
You don't have to approve of it. I'm invoking Via Sulavanen. I'll do whatever task you wish.
Well, I'm glad to know I can still disapprove. It is your right.
Why does the Keeper remind me of McGonagall?
I will give you a service to perform if you insist.
We appreciate your help.
She reminds me
This
of
means a lot
Professor
to Mel.
McGonagall.
I'm glad that
She's
Merrill has a
stern,
friend
but she
in you,
cares.
child. I hope you will look after her.
I can take care of myself, Keeper.
Yes, Dallin. I know. Avar Terrell has
Oh,
taken the lives of 3 of our
Okay,
hunters.
so now I
It
can find the
lairs
critter
in a
that I've been
cavern in the
looking for.
mountainside. Seek it out, slay it. No one else must fall to its anger. Do this for us, and I will give you the Arulin home. May the Dread Wolf never catch your scent.
Okay, now I can tend to the beast that I've been looking for.
The cave must be near camp. The Keeper would just warn the hunters away otherwise.
And I know exactly which cave it is, because I've been trying to get into it ever since I discovered it. So yes, I did miss a trigger, aka a quest to start to find it so I can take its heart to some weirdo mage in the gallows. Alright, well, first order of business is I am going to walk this way and get attacked by these gobbledygoos. Or not. I guess I'm getting attacked by spiders.
You brought this on yourself, you know.
Get back! Okay. I thought I was gonna get attacked by corpses. No, I'm getting attacked by spiders.
Someone needs a good spanking.
Go down! I need to heal. You need to heal.
Go down! It's too far. I got what you need right here.
Let's try not to use up all of our health potions.
Take her breath, Doc. You do get results, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yay, I got some more health potions. I am still weirded out at the fact that there's a butt ton of corpses everywhere, but they're not getting up to nibble my giblets. So, what about that? What is back here, one of us?
Why did this happen? Oh, Harshal, I'm so sorry. I'll tell Inuria for you.
Okay, so I found a dead elf. More spiders! Yay! Why is it always gotta be spiders? You're a giant, jiggly proboscis. I wish not. Where are they coming from? There are two. more corpses. Yeah, let's do a quick save since I haven't saved in a while.
All set.
Jandan. Tread carefully, Lethaline. May the trickster...
Okay.
Whoever's hiding had better come out. Unless you're a dragon, then feel free to keep hiding.
Hello? Praise Andraste. I mean the creators. I thought I'd never get out of... Meryl?
Anethera, Paul. Are you hurt?
Stay back. What do you want from me?
Paul, what's wrong?
Oof.
I'm here to help.
Stay back! Don't touch me!
Meryl couldn't hurt you if she tried. At worst, she might make frowny faces.
She'll do worse than hurt me. Don't you know what she is? Creators, help me! Someone, please!
Paul, no! We have to catch him. Hurry!
I'm gonna take my time. He's gonna die anyway, so what's the point? Oh, that's what.
Hold on, Paul. We're coming.
Well, we found it. It is a weird amalgamation of. It's just weird. Okay, get out of the goo, everyone. Do not stand in its goo.
Now you fall! How about you? Must finish this. Need to rest.
Okay, so now. Don't flatten me! I am stunned. Meryl needs to heal. We do not have enough health potions for this. I don't know what I was thinking.
Must finish this. Can't keep this up. I'll deal with this. I've got what you need right here.
Alright, kill this last spider. Pile of treasure. He's dead.
Paul? Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can get him to the Keeper. She can heal almost anything.
He's dead. There's nothing a healer can do now.
Why did you run? You shouldn't have run.
There was nothing you could have done.
Nothing at all.
He was more afraid of me than the Vartero. Paul wasn't like the others. He was city-born, worldly. He ran away from the Denerim and found us.
Yeah.
I thought if anyone would understand, he would. Something is very wrong. I want to see the Keeper.
Okay. It would be nice if those doors would open so I don't have to walk. Alright, well.
Paul, what was he thinking?
I do have to level everybody up, and I will
Don't
do that
blame
here
yourself,
in a minute.
kitten. Sometimes men do senseless things.
Ah, there's the corpses. I knew they'd get up and attack me at some point.
Get back! One less to worry about.
I got what you need right here. Oh, I got one.
Gotcha!
I just wasn't sure when.
Let's finish this!
That's a lot of blood.
Okay. Moving on. Odd that the dead are rising now.
The way everyone looked at me in the camp when we arrived. What have they been saying about me? They must think I'm worse than the Blight.
I wouldn't think too much of it.
I've never hurt the clan. They had no reason to be afraid of me. None of this makes any sense.
There! Let's finish this!
Where did he go? Oi!
How about you?
Okay, he did. Why do you keep opening up? I'm gonna have to do something about my. Oh, I got one. That was weird.
It's too much! Go down!
That's enough out of you!
Get back!
I can't understand why I keep opening up either.
That's the right thing you could have done.
What do you think you're doing?
For one for me! How many of you got, boss?
That might be an issue.
Should have picked a different hobby.
Let's turn that off.
I'm gonna have to go into my settings and figure out why my phone keeps opening up my assistant.
Brother, Valondine, guide you, Lethalan. We should give their clan amulets to the keeper.
We will. Ah, my nose. Alright, let's go ahead and get our level up out of the way. I can get my fortitude up. I don't use bows. Let's get everyone's fortitude up. We'll also add one to her constitution. Give you an injury kit. Get rid of that. Injury, so you'll heal up more. And then I can go complete the herbalist task. And we'll go from there.
The Varterol is dead.
Maceranus, I'll breathe easier knowing that we will lose no more people to it.
We found these.
I'll return them to their families.
We lost Paul. In the cave, he fled at the sight of me. Straight into the Varterol.
Many of the clan fear you will bring back the corruption. Or worse, from the mirror.
And where did they get that idea?
I am their keeper, Dalain. It was my duty to warn them. It's still not too late for you to return to us. Reconsider. There's no need for you to live alone.
Must we go over this again? You'll never accept what I'm doing.
The Alluvion is a trap. It cost us Tamlin. It led you to blood magic. Will you let it twist you further from who you really are?
And who am I?
Excuse me.
We've done as you asked. Honor our bargain. Give me the Arulin home.
Hawk, because Merrill won't listen, I give this heirloom of my clan to you for safekeeping.
Okay.
Please, don't let her do this.
Thank the creators. I thought maybe she'd go back on her word.
Take the knife. Just try not to cut yourself with it.
Thank you. I knew you would understand. Let's be away from here. The others are giving me the evil eye.
Okay. Well, that's completed.
Another time, Harren.
Now that that's out of the way, we can go to the gallows, give the herbalist his heart of a very freaky beastie. And we'll figure out what we're gonna do next. Leave the area. To the gallows! Away! Okay. Oof! Oh, my spine. Ooh! Ow! I just pulled a muscle in my leg by stretching.
Why a mirror?
I don't understand the question.
If your people were going to make a magical whatever for talking to each other, why choose a mirror?
Brilliant.
Do elves spend a lot of time talking to their own reflections?
I suppose...
So we have here... I'm going to go ahead and buy the health potions off of you. Recipe, yes. Alright.
The ancient elves would have felt silly talking to a...
Mage goods. Nice.
Or an urn.
Is there anything back this way? Don't look like it. Looks like they still have a ton of refugees staying here, though.
They got Grace and the others. Brought them back here.
They found us. I'm sure you're not surprised. After you turned us loose with no aid, no food, only loneliness.
Oh, stop your whining. At least I let you free. Alright, so... house. Because I think from there I can give everyone
You've had luck on your travels? May I say again how...
I'm so glad Evelyn found you.
Alright, let's check our inventory. Okay, so no, I can't do that.
Allow Sandor to remain. He seems very happy.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna grab you. We're gonna go ahead and go to the hangman. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to my inventory. Why is my hood showing? I thought I had to hide the... Oh well. Okay, that is stronger than what you have currently. I haven't really found anything for inspect. Alright, this will do nicely for you. And I don't have another blade that you can use at the moment, so you're just gonna have to use that. Alright, let's switch over to Merrill. I don't really have anything that she can... You know, what she has right now is okay. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna switch out Evelyn for Varric, just in case. And see.
Rich spending. It's a bit over your head, isn't it?
That's right, pal. Tonight I'm paid and blessed, and all I had to do was turn my head. To all my friends. Hey, step back. I know important people. We're going to show this city what to do with heathen oxmen.
Someone has deep pockets. I want an introduction.
Somebody always wants something. But I don't have to take that anymore. 3 hornheads are just a start. You want some of this? Take it from me and my new friends. You're on your own, pal. That's loyalty for you. Come on.
I'll touch you good!
May the creator have mercy on you! Aim for the throne!
You do get this.
So,
feeling a little friendlier?
What? What do you want? I just did what he said. It was more coin than I've ever seen.
Come on. Someone so generous. They deserve recognition.
Yes, they do.
Templar. It was a Templar. I didn't get the name. We met near the Chantry. He said taking these Kunari was serving the Maker. I swear, he even had the seal of the Grand Cleric. True is true.
Interesting.
A fine joke, that. A Templar.
Serving the Grand Cleric, no less.
Interesting.
We used to have another bartender here, you know.
Oh?
He went into the back room.
Well, time to go to the Chantry.
So, going to accuse the Grand Cleric of funding zealots. On the word of a drunk.
Don't forget the kidnapped Kunari. That too.
Chapter the last, pissing off everyone.
The Grand Cleric, please. Tell her 3 Kunari leave an estate. And let her finish.
Sarah Hawke.
Sister Patrice.
Mother Patrice. Time has changed us both. Grand Cleric Elfina cannot grant an audience to just anyone. What do you want?
Funny how you and issues with the Kunari seem to go together.
Yeah.
And you always assume their side.
That's because
I was naive when last we met. I did not want you dead, but I felt a death was necessary. That may be too fine a point for you to understand. But you must admit, you came out the better for it.
Did I though? Did I though? I mean, you know.
I know you. And I know someone is abusing the Grand Cleric's seal.
Yes,
who are you to question who serves her grace? I am sorry, but I see no reason to let you pass.
How about the fact that her authority was used to abduct Kunari? A pause that says you knew. But does her grace?
The Grand Cleric trusts her stewards to enact the wishes of the Maker.
It sounds like you've been bad. This will shock her grace, no doubt.
Stubborn. All right, Sarah Hawke. If you won't abandon this, let me offer you something. The Templar you seek is a radical who has grown unreliable. Confronting him may do us all a favor.
And his relation to you is?
He is my former bodyguard, Ser Vonel. Assume what you wish, but I offer him to you as reconciliation. Meet me at this location. I invite you, Sarah Hawke. Come see the unrest these Kunari have inspired.
Oh, it's not like you're giving me much of a choice.
That's a setup.
It's her game, for the moment.
Yes, well.
Bianca's getting moving.
Sorry, Meryl.
Let's finish this! How about you?
It's an evil book. I'd have to destroy it. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look around.
I'm desperately trying to stay away. And the giggling. And the perfume. And those revealing dresses.
That should do it.
He's in the chantry to repent of his sins for going to the Blooming Rose. There's no shame in indulging in guilty pleasures. But do you really
Your grandparents would be so proud of you.
to
When
yell
I was
it
a
out
girl,
in the entire chantry?
The Amels were one of our most prominent families. I'm glad to have one of their line in the estate again. How can I help you?
Did you know someone used the authority of your name to instigate a crime against the Qunari?
The path to righteousness is never as straight and narrow as we wish. I truly hoped this would not go so far. But do not trouble yourself. I will step in when it's time.
Are you intending to stay neutral about the Qunari and mages forever?
The Maker's time is not men's time. We do not need to rush. The Chantry is not a domineering father with the whip always in hand. She is a gentle mother who knows her children learn best when allowed to learn themselves.
Okay, so you're completely useless. Wow. Anything in here? Nope. Anything in here? Nope. I can't even go up the stairs. That's a tease. Alright, okay, let's go. Ooh. I might end the stream here in a little bit because I'm
Have to hand it to this Varnell. Nice place for an extremist rally.
Latrice is here somewhere.
I didn't get a hold
That's
of sleep
great.
last night, so I'm kind of pushing through.
I don't like the looks of this. All set.
Do not fear them. They die like any animal. Like any beast, remove the fangs and it is lost. They are weak before the faithful of the Maker. The only certainty in their precious Qun is death before the righteous.
Sir Varnell!
Take a knee, faithful. The Chantry blesses us.
You claim a blessing when you have used the authority of the Grand Cleric so openly? You have brought wrath down upon you. You remember Sarah Hawk? The Qunari have friends, Templar. How will you answer their allegations?
You want to fight? Face someone whose weapons are not bound.
Righteous! Destroy them!
Well, no one's rivalry went up.
No one can stand against the Templar!
It's not doing anything! It's not doing anything!
Okay, so I can't do anything about Sir Varnell. He is invincible, apparently.
I'll deal with this.
They just keep coming! They just keep coming.
Doing anything. Useless. Not doing anything.
Sure it is. We're just being dumb.
How about you?
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
You're gonna regret this!
Alright, well, Sir Hell is down.
Another one for me! How many of you got it? Oh, let's do this!
Save me! I am not meaning this. All right. Time to bring this mess to the Viscount's attention.
Madness. Madness.
That's a word for it.
Chantry involvement. Even if they are fringe elements. Oh, it could not be worse. You killed them? All of them?
A mother serving the Grand Cleric allowed this to happen.
Are you quite sure? She held a blade with them? Told them to fight you?
No, I cannot say that.
Of course not. Blasted mother. You have no idea the storm these allegations would cause. It would destroy what support I do have.
I have had trouble with her before. She is slippery.
I understand.
Yeah. Slippery.
I will make my inquiries. Gently. And you should be careful in your associations. For now, we have other problems. We have the delegate, but I can't return the bodies to the Canary in this state. Sirrah Hawk, you know the Arishok. What should I do?
Do not hide it.
Hiding this would only make it worse.
It would, wouldn't it? I'm losing my sense of how to balance this nightmare. I appreciate your help in this matter. As bad as this is, it could have been much worse without you. Kirkwall owes you. I owe you.
Yes, well. That will, Okay, so, I now have all that remains. Okay, so, I'm going to go give this shield to Evelyn, which I'm assuming it has to. We are getting close to the end of this game.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
I have something for you.
Do you now? A shield? Oh, and borne by the one true Sir Evelyn. Lovely. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I don't see where I went wrong.
I had a shield. It belonged to Wesley. It was difficult to let it go, but I did so. Utility over sentiment, right? We sold it, didn't we?
And here I thought I was being nice.
If you didn't think this would upset me, what was your intent?
It's not enough to want you to be happy.
Happy is for fools.
Well, not really.
Okay, it's not the shield, is it?
No, and it's not Wesley. You've got me doing a lot of things. Some I don't agree with. Some I'm surprised I do. I'm not sure where I'm going as it is. Replacing what I was with this... I mean, Who is Sir Evelyn to me?
I thought of you when I found it. Maybe that was foolish.
I can appreciate that.
I mean, I was just
Then
giving you a
accept it
gift.
on those merits. Nothing more.
It is a fine shield. You do know that Orlesian Smith slapped Sir Evelyn's name on every second piece of armor. This didn't really belong to her.
It does now.
Alright, moving on.
Hope the day is treating you well, Sarah.
Good day, Sarah.
So now I can go to my house and find out what that's all about. Stretching. Ow, my back.
Enchantment! No, Leandra. Leandra.
Shouting won't make him understand you better, you know.
There you are. Where's your mother? Is she feeling all right?
I'm sure she's all right. Why are you so upset?
Your mother didn't show up for our weekly visit. Is she ill? She is here, isn't she?
No, Gamlin. We haven't seen her all day.
Where could she be?
With her suitor, perhaps?
Suitor? Leandra never mentioned a suitor.
Well, those lilies arrived for her this morning.
White lilies. I know something about that.
Don't just leave me waiting. What is it?
There's a killer in Kirkwall who sends his victims white lilies before he takes them. He's murdered several women already.
No. You're wrong. Leandra is fine.
Evelyn will get the city guard to keep an eye out. Don't worry, Uncle.
All right. That girl will know what to do. Maybe Leandra took another path to my house. I could have just missed her. I'm going back to Lowtown.
You should help Gamlin look for your mother. You might be able to track her more easily once night falls and the streets empty out. All right. The boy and I will stay here in case she returns. I hope all is well. If you need me for anything, by all means, let me know.
And his manifesto. This thing turns up everywhere.
So that's not good. I'm trying not to take Anders with me as much. Ooh, my thigh just popped. That hurt.
Wait. You say you...
I told you already. I saw her.
Did you see where she went?
What do I get for telling you?
Here's a few silver. Buy yourself some food. And new shoes.
That's real silver, that is. I'm your man, through and through. Tell you everything I know. That lady was here. She looked like she was going to take the bridge to Hightown. But then a man came up to her. He stumbled and fell over right at her feet like he was dead. His hands were all bloody, like he'd been in a fight. The lady shook him, and I think he said, "Help." She got him to his feet, and he was wobbly. It was funny. Anyway, they left, and that's all I saw.
What did the man look like?
He was a man. He had hair and a nose. And nice clothes. But they were all stained from the blood.
It's not too late. She could still be alive.
Why would anyone take her? It doesn't make sense.
The man left some blood. Where he fell over. You could follow it.
Why don't you do what the boy says?
I'm going to go home in case Leandra shows up.
Oh no.
This blood is fresh. There are lingering traces of... something. I think this was used for blood magic. If we hurry, there might be a trail we can follow. There's another! More blood. I'm on the right
I like how it's just popping up as I get close to it.
Where is he taking her?
Boundary. Weren't we already here once?
This place feels strange. Wrong.
Don't you remember? You found Ninette's hand here.
Mother must be here somewhere. We need to look around. There. More blood. They are here somewhere.
Sorry if I got quiet. I just... Oh, I don't like how this is playing out.
Looks like some...
Found a trapdoor.
They're sneaking around behind us!
I'll deal with it. Mother!
No.
Alessa.
Okay. So that's one. Used quick lime to preserve her feet. Unsure whether the texture of the skin is to my liking. I'll try other methods. Also, she fell off of the thing. This is just... Oof. I've never actually read...
Maker's breath, that smell.
The notes. Another scribbled note. Marin. It's a pretty name. I saw her hands. Long, slender fingers, fair skins. The hands of a lifelong scholar. Oh, to lock my own clumsy fingers in hers again. Okay, so this guy's a little off his rocker.
Mother's locket. This isn't a good sign.
Okay, we're gonna get attacked again.
Does he live here? That's enough!
Get off the table!
Bianca, you think that was beautiful!
is this? Oh, that's a pretty little shrine. The woman in the painting. She almost looks like Mother.
This man is either very devoted or very insane.
I need to find her. Now.
Well, first let's get all of our loot. Stop getting stuff. Today is our anniversary. Had hoped to complete my work before now, but one piece is missing. I'm so sorry, love. Please wait a little longer. I haven't forgotten my promise. I will. When I see it, I'll know. I would know that face anywhere. Dear friend, I've obtained the books you requested. I'll leave them at our usual hiding spot. Please collect them as soon as possible. I would hate to see them in the wrong hands. Your last letter was so fascinating. You have proven me wrong once again by doing the impossible. I shouldn't have doubted your resolve, and I hope you will keep me appraised of further progress. Your friend and colleague, O.
Necromantic ritual.
That should do it. What terrible things are going on down here? Why would he have these? What's he planning?
That's not note. Mage.
I was wondering when you'd show up. Leandra was so sure you'd come for her.
Mother always knew me best.
Yes, and she spoke so fondly of you. What a lovely, gentle woman. You will never understand my purpose. Your mother was chosen because she was special. And now, she is part of something greater.
Spare me the demented rambling. Where is she?
She's here. She's waiting for you. I have done the impossible. I have touched the face of the Maker and lived. Do you know what the strongest force in the universe is? Love. I pieced her together from memory. I found her eyes, her skin, her delicate fingers. And at last, her face. Oh, this beautiful face. I've searched far and wide to find you again, beloved. And no force on this earth will part us.
Okay. I guess Eep was a proper title for this stream. Piece together the memory of his wife. Possession
I'll deal with this.
I don't know what the other demon is.
You brought this on yourself, you know.
Let's finish this! to get closer!
Creators have mercy on you!
Mother!
Oh boy, this is sad.
His magic was the only thing keeping her alive. I'm so sorry.
I knew you would come.
I tried to find you.
Shh. Don't fret, darling. That man would have kept me trapped in here. Now, I'm free. I'll be with Carver and Bethany and your father. But you'll be all alone.
I'll be fine, Mother.
My little girl has become so strong. I love you. You've always made me so proud.
Why must games make me feel? I'm not crying, you're crying. I forgot about that mission.
Did you find her?
I'm sorry, Uncle. She's gone.
You were right about the flowers and everything. I can't believe she's gone.
I let Bethany down. I promised her I'd look after Mother.
So you're to blame. If you'd been quicker or stronger, you could have... She could be... Why her? Why Leandra?
Mother's gone. Will knowing why ease the pain?
No, it won't. It will always seem senseless, won't it?
Yes,
Where's the one who did this to her? Did you find the person who killed Leandra?
Let's just say his killing days are over.
It won't bring Leandra back, but I'll take comfort in knowing that.
Yeah.
I should talk to the city guard, make arrangements to retrieve Leandra's body. Take care, my dear.
I came as soon as I heard. You know where to find me if you want to talk about it. I understand if you don't.
Everything that's left of my life in Lothering. Had breakfast, visited Privy, took Mother to Haberdasher. Must have been a slow day.
Always at your service, Miss Eyre. Oh, lady.
Right, well. Move on.
Was a fine woman. Reminded me of my own mother. If there's anything I can do.
Let's see, where are times at hour and 18 minutes minutes left on the timer. Let's go ahead and meet up with the Viscount. I don't think we have anything else going on. No. I don't think visiting each party member's house is going to change anything. Normally, if they're ready to talk, they have little markers above their place of, above their place of registration. Residency, not registration. English has failed once again. Alright.
Please keep it quiet, Sarah. It is apparently not enough that the Qunari define my political life. They must also infect what I hold personal. It is my son, Seamus. The life you saved, he would now squander by converting to the Kun. He has left for the Qunari compound. Please, Sarah Hawke, convince Seamus to come home.
He's your child. How fast can he be?
Who knows? He might actually listen to you. No one else has dealt as closely with the Qunari. I hope he will see that we can be accepting and still be a proud citizen of Kirkwall.
Yeah, well.
I wish we could all see that.
Let's, oof. Right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. On that somber note, let's go ahead and stop this, close that. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow. Probably around the same time. I really haven't gotten a set schedule for the streams throughout the week. And I will let you guys know Friday whether or not we'll be starting our scary games Saturdays. So, until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!